Welcome.
All right. Hello, everybody. Everybody can hear me okay? Just make sure there's no technical issues to start with. Oh. Looks like we've got a full house tonight. That's great. All right, so I'm just going to jump in since we've already got tons of people here. What we are talking about today, well, we're going to go through the normal things that we talk about, what's going on here at the channel, and then Rally News. And then we have our conversation for the day, which is the Aurora, Colorado situation, which we will get to. So hold on until we're past the other information, because I know a lot of you are on here because you want to get into that conversation. But we have structure, so we'll go through there. Let's see.
There's a person in the chat whose name is a pissed off American.
I love it. You
Direct.
have every right to be.
I like it.
All right, so let's kick off with what's been going on around here. We've had several episodes that we've released since our last live that we did. The latest one was the pin repair episode. You guys have seen a lot of rally pins from a lot of the places that I've been to, and they break over time. So this time I fixed them on camera. So I hope that little nugget can help some folks. We also did another morning ride episode, in which case we had someone that ordered one of our shirts that was extremely local. And so we were able to deliver it to them literally on my way to my office, which was great.
You probably could have walked there from your office.
I could have, but why? Why would I walk when I can ride?
When you have 2 minutes.
So,
it's like walking only faster.
So I don't know if you guys saw that one or not. If you did, let me know if you think it is now too dark to do these morning ride episodes. Because obviously, as we get further into the fall, it's getting darker. When I first started doing these, it was light outside, and now it is dark when I leave. I was still able to record it. I turned up the exposure on the camera and whatnot. But if it's too dark, please let me know. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it sometime. Not now, any other time. And then let me know what you think about it, if it's going to be too dark to continue doing that and I should suspend that series or not.
Egg thinks it looks great.
Then we'll go from there. I think it was actually pretty interesting. I haven't seen anybody else doing a riding around at nighttime thing. So...
Riding around in the dark. Yeah, I think the sky looks really cool behind you.
Yeah, well, you can see dawn happen. Yeah.
Pretty soon, though, you won't see that either.
True. But let me know what you guys think when you're after you've had a chance to watch that one. And then the other one that we had released since our last live stream was on defensive driving for motorcycles. So this one has been very popular. Thank you to everyone who has commented, liked, given feedbacks, etc. on that episode. We certainly do appreciate it. The likes and the comments, those are the two most important metrics in YouTube. Likes being first, believe it or not, and then comments is the second thing. So those of you that do that, we definitely appreciate it. It means a lot to us in our little channel here. And also, with this one, some people have asked me about doing a part 2. Yes, I'm going to be doing a part 2, which will include more tips for defensive driving. I just have lots of rally things in the hopper that I need to get done with before we jump into doing another one of these. So I've kind of done a couple that are not rally related. I put the rally ones on hold. If you remember, we went to Harley Homecoming. That whole series is coming, but isn't done editing yet. So that's what's going on with that one. And then the other thing, let's see. The other thing that we did, if you remember in that morning ride video, we talked about having 990 subscribers. Since then, we have passed the 1,000 subscriber mark from YouTube. Yep. And I've got a little sneak peek that I'm going to show you about a video that we're kind of putting together for that. So I'm going to play it right now. Hello, guys. We are here at my favorite barbecue place. You've heard me talk about it many times. This is Graybeard's Barbecue in Newnan, Georgia. And we are here to celebrate. We have made the 1,000 subscribers milestone. And so we decided to do something. She decided that we should do something to celebrate doing that. And so we came to my favorite place for lunch. But there's no way that we could have done this without you. And I couldn't have done it without her. Y'all don't know, she does a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. You do a lot of in-front-of-the-scenes stuff, too, though. They've seen you on the lives and whatnot.
Stuff.
Yeah.
I do the stuff he's too cool to do. Because I'm not cool.
Plus, she's the cameraman when I'm on the bike. So, yeah, all that's cool. So, yeah, lots more to come. The 1,000 people, 1,000 subscriber milestone simply means that YouTube can pay us now. So, yeah, we're looking forward to keeping going. Alrighty. So, what that means, like I said, passing that 1,000 milestone, 1,000 sub milestone, means that YouTube will start paying us for the ads that they run. That being said, I've noticed that they've put ads in more than they ever have before, including live streams. And I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if they put a delay in to put ads in while we're doing the show here, or if those ads are only going to be in the replay. I have no idea. Never done this before.
I would think it's just in the
so
replay.
If you see ads, please let us know, so that way we know if we're in real time or not. But I assume you're probably right. It's probably going to be after during the replay for sure. All right, so what's going on? Let's see. That is not first. We've got some. The next couple episodes that are coming up, like I mentioned, is the Harley Homecoming Festival. That series is coming up. We also have one on bike nights. And then we went to a swap meet at TWO. So that's an episode that's in the hopper as well. So now, let's move on to Rally News. Did anyone go to Rally at the Rattler or any of the other events that have happened recently since our last show, so within the past 3 weeks or so? If so, let me know in the comments. The next one that's coming up is Smokeout. So Smokeout is tomorrow. Matter of fact, I think Droop is up there now. Droop's not online, is he?
No, he's not. He's there.
Yeah, he's already up in North Carolina at the Smokeout rally. I am literally going to leave out in the morning and go meet him up there. So those of you that have been watching the show know that Droop is the one that told me about this rally. I had no idea that it existed. And so I'm going to go up and meet him up there tomorrow. Pro Monkey will also be there. And so I will be up there Friday. I'm probably not going to go to the rally itself on Friday. I'll probably go to the rally grounds on Saturday because you have to pay each day that you go in. Being as I'm driving most of the day Friday, I'm probably going to do riding around and see the different dealerships and that sort of thing on Friday. So that's what's going to be going on. If any of you guys are going to be up there, let me know. If anybody wants to meet for dinner, not in the rally grounds on Friday night. I am planning on not going in the rally grounds Friday night. So definitely let me know. And I'll just be riding around seeing the area. Biker Barbie here will not be going to the rally. She will be with one of our children who is under 21. So he shouldn't be going.
No.
so she's got to watch him. So that's what's going to be going on there. Now, a recap of what Smokeout is for anybody that may not remember. Smokeout Rally is in Salisbury, North Carolina, and it has on-site camping. It is a 21 and up adult rally. I think it's maybe 18 and up, but it's still an adult rally. It is also $40 a day for Friday, $50 for Saturday, $75 for both days, and $135 if you're going to do camping. They have a garage build competition. They have racing. They have a strongman competition, which is a little different. They also have a paint competition. Then, of course, they have your wet T-shirts and your bike shows and your all that stuff. Now, I've never been to this one. Like I said, Droop is the one that told me. But some of you other guys have been to this one. So if anybody asks about it in the chat, please answer them because you guys are going to know more than me. So that is the next thing that is going on for me is Smokeout. And then while I am up there, another thing that is going on is Thunder in the Smokies, which is Maggie Valley. Obviously, I just went to their rally last quarter. That series is already up online. And again, it happens 3 times a year, and this will be the last time that it happens in 2024. Next time will be spring after this. Thunder and Smokies, Maggie Valley is one of the ones that I enjoy because I like where it's situated. So it's a fun rally, but I am not going to it this time. I am going to Smokeout. And then the next one coming up after that is Lake of the Ozarks. It happens September 11th through the 15th. We have a episode series on this one as well. So it's up on the channel. You're welcome to check it out if you're planning on going there. Lake of the Ozarks was another cool one. It's in Missouri. So did you find out where everybody's from?
Yeah, a person named Carrie just joined, and they are from Houston, Texas, which I just got saying that we just got back from Dallas, but we actually were in Houston when we went to the Galveston rally a couple years ago. I think it was a couple years ago.
It was.
And then Jay's from Tennessee.
All right.
Jay Jones.
Well, welcome. If you haven't yet, let us know where you're from just so we get an idea of where everybody's from in the chat. So just type in there and let us know.
Don't be shy.
And then that way I'll know if we're talking about any specific area, who I'm talking to. So after Lake of the Ozarks is Ocean City. Now, Ocean City Bike Fest is the same time, actually, it's not after, as Lake of the Ozarks. It is the 11th through the 15th. And I was planning on going right up until 3 days ago. So something happened last minute, and I'm not going to be able to go. Which means, Egg, that I will be in town in Atlanta that weekend, which is the weekend you're coming. So we can talk offline about how you want to handle a meetup or something like that. Before I was going to be coming back from Ocean City, now I can't go. So that's what's going on there. Now, those of you that are aware of Ocean City, it claims to be the biggest rally on the East Coast. It's not Daytona. I can't imagine it's the biggest one on the East Coast because Daytona is on the East Coast. But that's what they claim. I haven't been to this one. That's one of the reasons I wanted to go to it. Their musical lineup this year is Buck Cherry, Seven Dust, Tesla, Ted Nugent, Cheap Trick, Styx. They've got a great lineup going on.
Rock and roll, man.
Yeah. So something I really wanted to do, but I'm not going to go. Now, normally I highlight the rides to do in the area of these bigger events, and what I was told is there's no good riding up there.
Thanks.
Which I'm sure there's something. If you've been up there, let me know. I can tell you that Dr. Harley is having a run up there. So he is going to be leaving out 9:30 in the morning on Friday, that's tomorrow, and riding down 13 to Virginia Beach, Harley Davidson, and then going to Shuckers for lunch, and then to the Delmarva section of the rally after that. Now, I don't know where he's leaving from, but I wanted to give him a shout out because I know a lot of you guys follow him as well. And he is going to be doing something, and if I was going, I would be doing it with him. but now I can't go, and I'm going to piss and moan about that for at least the next 5 seconds.
Do we ever go to any rallies in Tennessee? I'm blanking. What's in Tennessee? We haven't been to any in Tennessee.
Yeah, something's in Tennessee.
Smoky Mountain?
Yes, which we are going to.
Okay, we haven't been to that one yet.
We haven't been to that one yet.
Okay.
Let's see. After Ocean City, there is Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, which is in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And that is September 18th through the 21st. And then the one we were just talking about, which is Smoky Mountain Bike Week. Now, Smoky Mountain Bike Week is the 28th, September 28th through October 6th. It is in Maryville, scratch that, Merville, that's what they call it locally, Tennessee. It's near the Tail of the Dragon. It is the second year that they will be doing this. They had their first one last year. This is going to be their second year, and we are going to it. So if you're planning on going up there, we will definitely be there. Now, I do want to talk about some of the rides and the spots up there at this event. The hot spots there's 3 main hot spots that they have. And that's going to be the Smoky Mountain Harley-Davidson. It's also a place called Riders Row, and then Foothills Mall. All relatively close there together. If you've been to rallies, you understand that most rallies have multiple places that you can go to, and the bigger the rally is, the more let me fix that screen there, the more places there are to go.
Help! We're trapped in the corner of the screen.
There we go. I swear I fixed that just a few minutes ago.
Nerd burgers.
Nobody gets seasick.
Barf.
All right. So, the riding to do up there, if I can remember where I'm at now, they are going to be having a swinging bridge. Is that... Okay. I am still off. I wish I could lock this in place. It keeps moving me. That's not the right thing. I wonder what that's moving. Small technical difficulties, fellas. Hold, please.
Ooh, Egg says he thinks the next season of rallies might be interesting. What? Let's see what he means by that.
Yeah. All right, I almost have us fixed on this screen. All right.
Talk amongst yourselves.
All right, so they're having a swinging bridge guided ride, which is done by the rally itself. Cool. So I'm planning on going to that because I lived up in Knoxville and don't remember any swinging bridges. So I'm sure this is a, little hidden gem thing. So I'm going to go on it and see what it is. But other than that, the other rides that are up there is, of course, going to be the Tail of the Dragon, which everybody and their brother has heard of. 318 curves and 11 miles. Be very careful. It's very famous. Most people, even if they haven't done it, have heard of it. And that's one of the reasons why this rally exists, is because of the popularity of Deals Gap and Tail of the Dragon. The next run after that, if I can get to it, is Cherahalla. So Cherahalla is up there. It is famous as well, but it is a lot calmer than Tail of the Dragon. It is along the ridges of the mountains. It is super cool. I've done both of this entire area in a sports car before. So it's super cool to do. That is another ride that is up there. And then there is Foothills Parkway. That is the fourth ride to do up there. And I've kind of mapped out the portion based on other people's experience of what's a good place to ride. You're welcome to pause, rewind, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do there. And then there's something called Top of the World, which is very interesting. Who doesn't want to be on top of the world? But this is another ride that runs from Merville. I can't even say that with a straight face.
Merville. You gotta say it with gusto, like Merville.
When I lived up there, I got yelled at for not saying Merville. So they're very serious about the fact that this is not pronounced the way it looks. Anyway.
By the way, Jay says he's been to the Swinging Bridges before, and it's a great ride.
Is it?
He's from Tennessee.
Are you going to go to Smoky Mountain Bike Week? Have you been? Did you go last year? Let's get to know each other. So, Top of the World is something that's going on, and then the last one that I'm going to talk about up there is Brushy Mountain Prison and Frozen Head State Park. Now, this one I find very interesting. And I have a friend, again, you can pause, rewind, whatever you do, take a screenshot of this because I'm about to get rid of it again. The interesting thing about this is it is a abandoned prison. And a friend of mine, this would scare to death, so I'm really hoping that he comes from Texas so I can take him to it.
I was like, which friend? Oh, wait.
Yeah, you know exactly who it is. But I am really interested to go see that up there. So those are the rides that I am aware of up and around Smoky Mountain Bike Week, which I've never been to. So if any of you guys have been to it, let me know. And you can share your experience. But I'm thinking it's going to be an awesome time.
Jay said he didn't go to the thing you're talking about. He's just been on the Swinging Bridge.
Okay. Swinging Bridge. All right. And then after that is going to be, of course, Myrtle. Now, we've done Myrtle several times. It is September 30th through October 6th. We actually did a series on comparing Myrtle Fall Rally to Myrtle Bike Week, which are competing companies for the same week. That episode is up. One of the things that we found that I really like the most is barbecue. It's great barbecue in Myrtle. So, I did not mention Fontana Dam, but I know Fontana Dam well. We used to go, I was in a Miata club, and so we would go and all the cars would park underneath the dam, and then they would take a picture from the top of it. Super cool. So, yes, Fontana Dam is another place. I kind of include that in Tail of the Dragon. I do it all at the same time. All right, so it appears that they are putting ads in the middle of the live stream. So I actually just saw it on hers. Yeah, so good to know. I wonder, did it pause us? Or because you kind of went by it really fast. Did you guys miss anything that I was saying? Or what are you doing?
I'm trying to get back. It just keeps being all funky.
I don't know if you missed anything that I was saying as you hit skip, but I'm curious to see if what it did. Interesting. Good to know. Oh, anyway, back to Myrtle. Myrtle has some really great...
Pissed Off American didn't see the ad.
Barbecue.
Loser. I'm just kidding.
I skipped it. Jay skipped it. Yeah, but I think we skipped it too. That's another thing, guys. These ads, during the live, yes, by all means skip. But when you're watching them for on channels that you want to support, let it play all the way through. Most people don't. I don't. Unless it's somebody that I really care about. Because it does help them, the channel, to have the entire ad play if you're not in a hurry. But most of the time I'm sitting at work and I'll just like skip because I'm trying to figure something out on YouTube. But anyway, little nugget there. Ad free. Yeah,
brag about it, Tiger. Jeez.
Yeah, I bought the premium on one of my. I have more than one YouTube.
Yeah, Biker Barbie's YouTube channel is broke ass, so we get ads.
Yep, but I've got the premium subscription as well, so it's a good way to kind of skip all of the ads without hurting anybody. All right, so Myrtle. After Myrtle is going to be Triketoberfest, which I never go to because I don't have a trike. Cool. But it is in Daytona. We
have friends that have trikes in here. Mm-hmm,
the 11th of October through the 15th of October. And then 2 days after that is going to be, of course, Biketoberfest. So planning on going to Biketoberfest as well. Another thing, Biketoberfest is a little shorter than Daytona Bike Week. But always a good time. Lots of places to go. And it's still warm down there. So that'll be fun as well. After that is Thunder Beach, which I am also going to. Thunder Beach is in Panama City. We're actually looking right now at getting a bunch of folks together to rent a really big house as opposed to everybody paying hotels when we go to Panama City. So if any of you guys would want to go to Panama City and be interested in kind of taking advantage of that, shoot me a message, let me know, because we are currently trying to figure out how big the house to get, how many people we're going to have, that sort of thing, to kind of have our own party while we're down there. So that is going on in Panama City at the end of October. Bama Bike Fest is also going to be happening again the same weekend. Bama Bike Fest, we did an episode on that, so that you're welcome to go and look and see what that's going to be like. I think we did the fall one, because they have multiple times a year too. Did we go fall with that last year?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can definitely see it the time of year for that one. It was a good time too. It was fun. And then, of course, after that is going to be the Lone Star Rally, which is in Galveston, Texas. We went to it. I actually shot footage, but I never edited it because it's one of the first ones that we did. Basically, I got run over, it got out of hand. Now it's older footage now. So we talked about maybe putting that together and putting it out, but it's outdated now. But we did go. We had a really great time, and it's one that I recommend going to if you can. Now, the other one that was there, which the name has escaped, Republic of Texas. Mm-hmm. It rots. That's it. It's gone. They don't have that one anymore, which I find weird because it was supposed to be really good. But last I heard, it was closed. Shame.
Jay's asking if we ride with anybody.
We ride with whomever. We sponsor a Facebook group for people in the Atlanta and Georgia area. It's called Gwinnett Motorcycle Rides and Events, and people come together there to go ride. So we do that. We meet people wherever we go, that sort of thing. I have not been in a club in years, if that's what you're asking. I have been in a club before, but it's been a while. So that is, yes, we ride to most all rallies. Some of them we trailer to, depending on how far away it is and if it's raining. So I just saw that question. Sorry, I got in front of you. All right. So, and then the next one after that is the last of the year, St. Pete Bike Fest, which is in November. It's November 21st through the 24th, and it is the end of the season. Now, we normally do go to that because my in-laws have a beach house down there. So we go down there and invade their house when they're not there. So, yeah. So, good times. So, are there any other rallies that you guys are planning on attending later this year? Let me know. I try to mention them at least 6 weeks out so that people have time to listen to this and then plan on going. But this is going to catch us up through the end of the year. After that, I think the first one of the year is usually Gibtown, which isn't until January 2025. Yeah. So we were planning on going to that last year and we didn't. We might go this year. But
I just put my paid time off in on time this year. I didn't do that this last time.
So those are the rallies for the rest of the year, the most major ones that are in our area anyway, and the ones that we are going to go to. So if you guys are going to be there, we'd be more than happy to meet up with you, any of the ones that we're going to. Like I said, if you want to get together for that housing deal in Panama City, shoot me a message, let me know, and we will talk about it. All right, so
let's talk about some angels.
Yes, now we're moving on to our topic conversation. So let's talk about the Hells Angels in Aurora, Colorado. So let's start off with what's happening, what's going on. So hold on, I'm going to play that for those of you that may or may not know.
briefing right now. Aurora police officers, they're patrolling areas of suspected gang activity, and that includes this apartment building. This is the one at Dallas Street and 12th Avenue, where Venezuelan gang members have been caught on camera with guns breaking into use. So much of this has been the focus of national attention this week. We have been reporting on this at the local level for weeks, but police now say they're there as well, engaging with residents.
Video shows a group of men walking up a stairwell at the Edgett Lowry apartment complex in Aurora. All of them appear to be carrying rifles and handguns, and the video shot earlier this month.
All right, so that's the story that was coming out. Everybody talked about it. Trump talked about it. And then the rumors started happening. And with the rumors came warnings from people on the social media, specifically TikTok.
This be a lesson to the gang members in Aurora, Colorado. Please heed my warning. I did 10 years in the joint in the state of Kentucky. I'm telling you right now, the people that are coming, known as the Hells Angels, are not to be fucked with. You are getting ready to have a large swarm of men who are like-minded, brotherhood-driven, and will not govern themselves by the laws in which that you think that they will. You are getting ready to have wars that you have never experienced in your life. And people that live on a certain side of the law may be perceived as whatever, but I promise you this, we know that you're taking advantage of defenseless people. You will be the ones calling the law, because you do not want men like me and the people that we associate with to descend upon you, because we will not care about evidence.
I got no idea who this guy is.
There will be guns, there will be knives, and there will be no more time for questions. Please leave before you force the hand of a power that you do not know the extent of how far it reaches. If you try to meet them with any type of resistance, you will die. You will die in the street. They are gonna fuck you.
All right, and then after that rumor started, and this is just an example, we had somewhat of a confirmation that this was actually happening.
And the internet has been flooded with rumors at this point that this is going to happen, but I have actually gotten in touch with someone who is an actual Hells Angel in the state of Colorado, and I'm going to tell you what they said. What my contact on the inside in Colorado has told me is that they have plans to roll up. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's a direct quote. And of course, that's an intentionally vague statement, which I would expect nothing less, because what you have to understand about these organizations is they're under constant surveillance, and they're always under the threat of RICO Act, which would not only affect them, but affect their brotherhood worldwide. But what does that actually mean? All I can say on that is, if you know, you know.
All right, so all of that was happening, and I think between the rumors starting and the last clip that I just played is when people started to ask me about it, and I decided that we should include it on the show. So what I did is I, set a message out saying that we were going to have this topic, and I knew that by the time it happened, because this was, Monday, plenty of time would have transpired, and we would know, whether it was true, whether it was not true. Something else would happen, and we would be able to uncover all of that on tonight's show. And it has. And here is the results of the culprit of the entire thing.
Dear Mr. President of Hells Angels, this got way out of hand. I'm on here and apologize because I'm the one that called you out as a joke on TikTok, never thinking it would get so viral. And so I truly needed to come on here and apologize in case this finds you, or you find me. So
she taking a public cop.
I just wanted to plead my case for my own safety. and just explain what happened. So I made a joke on TikTok calling out the Hells Angels because I come from the military, and to be honest, I just thought maybe you'd be better equipped. And it was a joke. Was never meant to actually like go anywhere, because I guess you just never know what's gonna go viral. And I also wanted to plead my case to protect myself. Just if this has any weight at all, I might as well try. So, firstly, like I said, I apologize. Secondly, I know you are the 1%, so maybe I should have never used the name at all. I guess I just I ride a bike, and I also used to have interactions, which I believe was Hells Angels or Sons of Silence, and I might have called out the wrong group. Either way, I shouldn't have called out any group. But my experience with them was that when I, as a young adult, that when I met them, they were just the coolest guys in the world. Also, the scariest. So, in my defense, I thought they would be the perfect people to handle this kind of situation. Um, Without realizing the magnitude of my words. Also, because like I mentioned, I know you're in the 1%. If this has any weight at all, I served 10 years in the military, and I am part of what they call the 1% in the military. I was in the 82nd Airborne, and I served in Iraq. So I hope that finds you well, and that you kind of see that this was just a joke coming from a veteran, and it landed very wrong, and somebody posted video of footage, and you guys just so happen to be right in Durango when I posted that video, so people thought you were on your way to Colorado. But funny enough, coincidentally enough, or maybe there is no coincidences because I don't believe in them, you were already in Colorado. And so the rumor got started that you guys were on the way, even though you were already here. And that's how the whole rumor joke got spread by somebody else misinterpreting someone's TikTok, saying you were on the way, and then boom, that's what happened. And I just really, really needed to apologize again. And I hope this finds you well, and I hope you're drinking a beer, and I hope you guys are having a good time. So, yeah, thank you.
So there it is. Now we know how it happened. This girl was pissed off about what's happening down there, which a lot of Americans are, and her solution was the Hells Angels should go down there and take care of it. The problem is, she said they were, and the world ran with it because everybody thinks that would be a really good idea, except for the actual Hells Angels themselves. They, of course, then posted their own statement, which they never do, or haven't done really since Sonny. They used to have press conferences with Sonny about the situation because it's national news, right? So I'm going to put the statement up here. First place I heard about it from was Black Dragon, so that I give credit to where I hear these things. And here is the statement. Let me get rid of our things here on top, and we will read it. All right, it says, a social media rumor claiming that the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club is headed to Aurora, Colorado to violently confront Venezuelan immigrants has gone viral. Most of these posts regurgitate this lie in an attempt to validate it with a video of motorcycles riding in an organized pack. I'm sure many of you have seen those videos. It's most of the time it's not even the HAs at all. It's just somebody stuck a bunch of motorcycles in it to make a visual as B-roll for what they were saying, and claimed that it was actually them headed down. It wasn't. Continued. The Hells Angels strongly denies the foundation and validity of these absolutely ridiculous and false claims. The Hells Angels does not involve itself in political issues outside of motorcycling and takes no stance on the issue of immigration or the presidential election. they have individual feelings. They don't have group feelings about this, is basically what that means. The motorcycle club is concerned only with motorcycle enthusiasm and benefiting the community in which the club resides. And that's the different chapters all over the place. A video of motorcycles riding in a pack provides no proof of this false rumor, which people were claiming it did. Motorcycle clubs ride in packs every day in every quarter of America. I will be doing it tomorrow. So there is nothing unique about such imagery. The issue is the everyday public doesn't know that, and they see a group of motorcycles, they think motorcycle gang, right? So, continuing. Social media rumors like this only serve to perpetuate a false and irresponsible narrative about the Hells Angels for the sole purpose of driving traffic and clicks. These rumors also have the potential of causing real harm to real people, including the HAs themselves. The motorcycle club has been the target of law enforcement, profiling, and discrimination from coast to coast, even elevating to the level of law enforcement threatening the lives of members simply based on the biker stereotype. The club requests that any social or media outlet that has reported this false rumor responsibly release a retraction and cease and desist perpetuating potentially dangerous lies. Respectfully, the Hells Angels. Now, for those of you that know a little more about the club and club life, not surprised that this wasn't happening, because it doesn't really meet the main criteria that it would need to meet in order for them to be involved. Number one, it has to directly affect them. Well, that was kind of hinted at a little bit because somebody said, I don't know how, if any of this is true, somebody said that the family of one of the members that's in Colorado was in this apartment complex and was attacked. If that's the case, then that checks that one box. The other issue is that calling in Hells Angels from all over the country, they don't need Hells Angels from all over the country because they're in Colorado already.
And they don't need your help.
Right. So that is a bit sketchy as well. The other thing is they wouldn't tell the internet what they were doing because
they plan on doing illegal activities.
Yeah, violence is still very frowned upon by law enforcement. So whether it's needed or not, they would not announce what. These guys aren't stupid. They've been around for a really long time for a really long reason, really big reasons. So it doesn't meet the main criteria of what it would need to happen for them to go. If they decided to go, and yes, there is a Hells Angels Nation, but they are governed as individual chapters. So it's not like somebody big told everybody to go. They would have to talk about it individually amongst themselves. And except it didn't happen, guys. It did not happen. Now, this has been met with several mixed reactions. It is not the first time that motorcycle clubs have responded to something like this, which I'll go over here in a minute. It was just very unlikely that it would happen in this case. Though it would be super cool if it did.
Be cool if you did.
I don't want to act like I didn't get excited when I heard it. I didn't believe that it was possible, but oh my God, how great it would be. The government's not doing anything. We'll do it. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely wasn't going to happen, but it was absolutely awesome. So anyway, that is what happened with it. But it brought up something that I wanted to talk about beyond that. And that is the idea of motorcycle clubs, bikers, being called on by normal society, we used to call them normies, by everyday people, to step in and assist in certain situations when a more conventional approach falls short. So I kind of wanted to take a minute and kind of talk about that too. But before I do that, is there anybody else saying anything about this in particular that we need to?
I mean,
to discuss?
everybody is talking about that. This is ridiculous, and a lot of people are upset that fake news or these rumors are going around because it can actually potentially be harmful to people that are out riding around. It's just one of the things that I said that I know that you echo as well is that rumors are fun and everything, and like the idea of the HAs coming to save the day because we're losing faith in our law enforcement is a cool notion. It makes for a cool movie and everything.
It's very fantastic.
But at the end of the day, spreading rumors and stuff, I'm just so tired of the fake news. You can't believe anything you see or read about anymore.
Right. And if we make fake news, we're no better than MSNBC. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not just one side you can't trust any of the media, and now that's starting to include social media as well, right? Which is where free speech is supposed to live, and Elon Trump is championing that, and etc.
Did you just say Elon Trump?
Elon Musk.
You just said Elon Trump.
I did.
Spread a rumor.
Yeah, not true, not happening. Don't spread that. But that would be. It would be cool. It would be awesome. Did not really happen. But let's talk about the instances where bikers have been involved in things that did happen, and then we'll get back to what everybody is kind of saying after that. The first thing that I kind of wanted to talk about is Bikers Against Child Abuse, BACA. They have been providing a critical service in different communities since 1995. For those of you that don't know who they are a group of bikers, just like you and I, that have come together to make a club that has a service to make abused children feel safe. Now, I was hoping...
Johnny just said, now if they see a child or a woman getting harmed in their presence, they will step in, which is
That's right. Now, I was hoping that we were going to be able to get Pro Monkey on here because I know he has been involved with this group before and knows a lot more about it than I do. But what they do is they will make that child feel safe because a lot of time when these children have to testify in court, the abuser harasses them, intimidates them, and so the idea is that this club steps in, partners up with that child, and will not let anyone harm that child, makes that child feel safe. Very well recognized effort by bikers to be seen as protectors in this case. I love what these guys do. I don't know any of them per se personally, but I have obviously seen them around at all the different rallies that we do, and I highly respect what they are going for. Again, don't know a lot about them, but they protecting children, making children feel safe, nothing wrong with that, right? So this is something where the stereotype, albeit negative stereotype, of bikers is being used positively, right? One of the things that the children say when they're involved in this is, yes, the guy that hurt me is scary, but these guys are scarier, right? So it makes them feel safe to have somebody on their side. So they escort the victim to and from court, to and from counseling. There is someone that is assigned to them in whatever the community is, which that child can call on them anytime, day or night. And I'm sure this changes depending on what community you're in. But it really is a group of bikers going out to do the greater good. But not all examples are quite as rosy and without controversy. First thing that I thought of after this involved the Hells Angels directly, and that is the infamous Altamont free concert from 1969. The Rolling Stones supposedly hired the Hells Angels to do security for a free concert that they were giving after Woodstock. So what happened at this event is it ended in violence with a concert goer being fatally stabbed by a member of the HAs. The incident was then used to highlight risks of being involved in outlaw motorcycle clubs as security, and it was a mess, right? And it was used against the HAs for a long time after that. The club that I was in, we used to do security as well, not like this. So it was brought up to us all the time too, because this was so well known as an example of something that went bad. Now, Sonny, for those of you that don't know, Sonny was the leader of the Hells Angels nationwide for a really long time. And he was involved in this deal with Mick Jagger. And what he says is the Rolling Stones offered him free beer, the club, free beer, which was, I think, $500 worth of free beer, which was a lot back then, right? It's not a lot now, but it was a lot back then. If they would just kind of hang around the edge of the stage and not let anybody pass them.
Be a presence.
Which, that sounds possible. More plausible than making them policemen, because that doesn't make sense much at all to me, right? So that's what Sonny says happened. And then he says that what happened is when the band got on stage, the crowd started getting closer and they started walking over the top of the bikes. And if any of you don't know, you don't touch another man's motorcycle. They were kicking the bikes, the hippies, which meant somebody was on fire after them. So that's what started it. And then the fatality that happened, there was a man that jumped up on stage and was thrown off the stage, because that's what they were there to do, and he responded with a gun. And when he reacted with a gun, they jumped him, and he died.
Whoops.
Because you do not pull a gun unless you plan to use it.
Do not point it at anything you do not plan to pull the trigger on.
So that is the story of Altamont for any of you that may not know. The first thing that I thought of when we were talking about involving the HAs in security. So that obviously not quite so great as far as the outcome of all of that is concerned. Now, the other thing that happened along this same time period, Sonny started getting involved into, I'll do an episode on the HAs as a whole, because they have a lot of really rich history. But Sonny got involved in Hollywood. He also started to get involved in a lot of politics. And then he became an actor on SOA, if you saw that. But he... during the Vietnam War, a lot of the people in the HAs were veterans. They're military, right? Because the biker club organization is very much a paramilitary organization. So they're very pro-soldier. And all of the hippies that were running around protesting the Vietnam War pissed him off. And so the pro-war people started having their own... rallies and anti-protest, if you will, in support of the war. And those people asked the HAs to step in and support what they were doing, be a presence there, etc. Now, to my understanding, they did not do that. He actually had a press conference where he said that he was not going to step in and be involved in that, providing security for the pro-war rallies. But he did agree with the idea of protecting the soldiers, which the whole idea of protecting soldiers didn't become popular until Rambo came out, right? The way we treated the soldiers from Nam is horrible, in my opinion. But he was...
Frozen?
Oh, my camera's frozen. You guys don't know that yet, but you will. Hold on, I'm going to fix it. This happens from time to time.
Don't move.
See if I can find the right cord. Be right back. I hope. There we go. I don't know. It happens from time to time. All right. So anyway, so they were involved in that. It's another example of society calling on bikers to do their dirty work. Another example came from Australia in 2010. Is our New Zealander on? No, we don't see him. In 2010, during the Queensland floods, some members of the HAs, along with other motorcycle clubs, were involved in the relief efforts for the communities. Wasn't an official thing. It was their communities, so they helped. And then in 2008, motorcycle clubs in South Africa were involved in protecting foreign nationals and business people that were under threat during the xenophobic attacks of 2008. So that was involved. And then September 11th, of course, we had our own terrorist attacks, and the Patriot Guard riders and groups of bikers like that, because I think they were actually formed later, became known for helping in those efforts, being present at military funerals, protecting families from protesters, that sort of thing, being called on by the military families and their communities. They are very community-minded. If you know, a lot of people are very much not in my backyard, right? Not going to happen in my town. They're no different. They have the territory rocker. They take that very seriously. It is their territory. They are there to protect that town. So it's just a part of the culture that they're very much involved in. And then Katrina was the same thing, right? Biker clubs came out to help in Katrina also. So while the idea of the Hells Angels going to Aurora, Colorado is controversial, being a part of the larger narrative where motorcycle clubs are called upon or have chosen to step in on their own maybe in times of crisis, whether they're protectors or security providers or first responders or whatever they're being called to do, is a very interesting and complex, sometimes contradictory role in society. And I think that's why a lot of people jumped on board and really wanted this to happen, because a lot of people feel like the government is not doing it, and they wanted somebody to kind of step in. And they thought, like the woman that apologized said, she thought they were the most equipped to handle it. She just didn't know what their rules were, or she would not have spoken about them in that way. Now she's running scared. But I understand the premise. I understand what she thought. Black Dragon, who is another YouTuber, I think he's actually from Atlanta as well, he thinks that something like this is necessary to wake up our society and get everybody on the same page again. Because we can all agree that invaders are going to upset people that are true Americans. So either way, good idea, great story, fantasy, hopeful. It just didn't happen, guys. You want to fill me in on what people are saying?
Well, a pissed off American had to split. He's got
See a pissed off American?
See you later, pissed. Egg says that if anyone ever gets a chance to go to a Hells Angels open house, that they should go, a clubhouse event rather, they should go, because as long as you have, if you're respectful. Mm-hmm. He said it's a really great time.
I've never been to an HA event. I have been to an OL event because they were in Atlanta. I think the HAs are here now too, but they weren't back in the day.
And then Diane, I believe, is the name here. Again, I never know if sometimes I can tell if they're men or women, but Diane seems like it would be a female.
Diane?
D-Y-A-N? I don't know. Diane. If it's not your name, I'm so sorry.
Could be Dian, like Dylan.
I'm going to say they, and it's not because I play the pronoun game. It's only because I just don't really know.
You could just ask them.
Do you have a penis? They said Sonny came to Arizona and stripped 1% Club of patches. He ran a tight ship here in Arizona. Rest in peace, Sonny. They gave them charters here, and they are independent. And then they say if you get a chance to ride with them, do it. It's an experience in and itself. They are hard, fast, and tight. Couldn't see the back wheel from back seat.
Yes,
that is a tight formation.
And I've said this. I said this in my group riding instructional video that I did. They are the tightest pack that I've ever seen. I'm not saying they are the tightest. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but in my experience, they ride great.
For the record, Diane has no penis.
All right.
Girl power.
Oh, goodness.
Let's see.
Anything else that I missed on?
Jay was asking about the trophies behind us.
Oh, yes. These are, some of them are from bike shows. We do bike shows from time to time. We also have my chip collection. Can you, Vanna?
No. Oh, what?
Can you, Vanna?
Do you want me to pull it up?
Every time that we go to a dealership on the bike, because going on the car doesn't do it for me, we collect a chip. Now, I just started this since the Alchemy project started, right? So since the project back, I didn't do it before that. So that's it. You can put it back.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So,
well, Vanessa's only one of them.
Yeah, there's two.
We have, I guess we're almost filled this one up.
Yeah, but a lot of it are trophies from different bike shows that we've done. For those of you that have seen Alchemy, Alchemy is the bike that I show at these different rallies.
I told Jay that she was a pretty bitch.
You haven't even seen her.
No, not... I told Jay that Alchemy was a pretty
bitch. Oh,
I
see.
We're not talking about Diane anymore, okay. Although I'm sure she is a pretty bitch. I'm not talking about her.
Oh, goodness. So, yeah, that's what all of that is. Then we have this. You want to talk about this?
Oh, this is... Okay. This is Wonderbeak. And I don't know if you can tell, but Wonderbeak is kind of tattered. He's seen better days. Hi, I'm Wonderbeak. And Wonderbeak is a Harley Eagle he goes on our little adventures with us, and he rides in the back, and he has his picture taken in the various places that we go to.
Yep. We are not as faithful with this as we intended to be, which was just to stick him in different pictures and see if anybody noticed. We're not.
He has survived rain. He has survived a lot.
What else is back there? That's it, right? Oh, we got Evil Knievel here.
Yeah. You can Vanna that one.
Yeah. Evil Knievel puppet. My son gave me that.
Some pigs.
Yeah, some hogs. We got hogged. We've got an episode on hogging too, if you don't know what hogging is. And this is something that we try to do when we go to rallies as well, is we hog other bikes. Because, camaraderie. What's up?
Tiger just said, what a pecker on that bird. That's why I keep it around. Gross.
Oh, goodness. So, what do you guys think about bikers in society and being asked to help in society? Or
step up?
The fact that most of the time we've been on the other side of society, right? Most bikers are outcasts. Now, since I've been riding, which is later than a lot of people, it's not been as bad. 50s, 60s, 70s, bikers were very much a counterculture and very much disrespected. They had laws in place that were anti-biker. Some of those laws still exist. Handlebar heights, that sort of thing. Now, since then, it's like we did a show on how cops treat us not too long ago. I haven't really had any issues with cops. Some people do, but I have not seen any myself unless it was deserved. Right?
They were talking about outlaws. Yes. And if they're nice, if they're good guys or whatever. They were saying that some outlaws are really great guys.
Most all bikers are good people. The 1%er people, because there's lots of the different 1%ers that exist. And they are still bikers. They're still good people. They have a different set of rules. Their give a damn is busted. My give a damn is busted too, but their give a damn is busted in a very organized fashion. Yeah, it's respect is a really big thing for them. Be very careful not to disrespect a 1%er, and you'll be fine. But then again, you shouldn't disrespect anyone. Especially, men are really, really big on respect.
Okay, so interesting little story. So Egg. Okay, so Jay was talking about the Outlaws, and Egg said that's where he got his Dyna from, was the Outlaws. He said that he traded a Road King to a guy for the Dyna. And then he says he was at a bar and the support club was giving a crap because they recognized the bike. He had to call his friend that he got it from. He had to hand them the phone, and then the drinks were all
true. Very true.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, bikes are recognizable, and if they think you stole it, you are in trouble. Very true. Particularly because there was a time when the cops would pull them over, confiscate their bikes, and then the cops would try to go undercover with those bikes. So, yeah, you were under suspicion, my friend.
Okay, so Tiger says he's hoping to spend the day at Smokeout tomorrow or Saturday if the back eases off a little. So you might get to see Tiger.
Good. I am, like I said, I'm not planning on going into the grounds tomorrow. But you can reach me. I think in my phone number on the website. Let me see. If it's not, I'll give it to you here. You can always reach me via social media as well.
Pull all the clothes out of the dryer.
It may not be on here.
Fold and put them away. Get packed for tomorrow.
There it is.
Yeah,
if you go to the bottom of our graybeardbiker.com page, you can see the phone number where you can text. It says message or call. Don't call me. Text me.
Him. He doesn't answer.
Because I won't answer the phone.
You can call him if you want.
Yeah,
do you want me to put it in the chat or
no? No, don't.
Okay.
I don't want the gremlins to find it. If somebody's listening and they want to contact me, you're more than welcome to. But I don't want...
Send him all your dick pics.
Gremlins, do not do that.
Send him some dick pics.
Don't make me change the number.
Just so we're clear, I don't get them. He gets them. If you're gonna send a dick pic, I mean.
But yeah, if you're gonna be up there, I'd be more than happy to hang out. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, Tiger says we'll do.
And then again, I think if you message me on Facebook, at least it'll come to a notification on my phone as well. I don't know if Instagram or TikTok come to my phone. I get them, but I don't know that I get them in real time. So without giving the world access to me, that's the best way to get a hold of me. What else? What's going on?
Rick says that we do a hell of a lot more than most people I know for the community. I'm old school. I remember the bad old days. Been there, done that. Diane says that she met a lot of great people in all the 1% clubs. Been in the biker world since the late 60s. Texas, Chicago, Florida, Seattle, Oakland, Montana, New Mexico. They decide what respect means, what disrespect means, not you. Diane's gotten around, haven't you, girl? That's awesome. I say that respectfully. Egg says, it was so cool how just handing the phone over, not even 5-minute talk, and they treated me like family that whole night.
Yep.
Jay says, y'all should definitely check out Redneck Rumble's bike shows, and you will definitely enjoy. They have several and are some of the largest in the Southeast.
Now, are they attached to a event, or are they their own thing? I'm going to look it up as we speak. Redneck Rumble. You know, there's something else that I found out about, which is evidently famous, when I went up to Homecoming, which was, I can't remember the name of it, Mama Knows, I think, which does...
Mama Tried.
Mama Tried, yeah. And they have bike shows too that are very famous enough to be involved in the, I see it right here, be involved in the Harley Museum, but I've never been to one. All right, I see that Redneck Rumble is, that page is out of business.
Front roll.
Good. That means I gotta do it again. Redneck Rumble. Spring Redneck Rumble 2024. If you click on that, it now goes away. Lebanon, Tennessee. So not far from where we're going to be.
The Redneck Rumble is the car show portion, and the bike shows are called different things. He can't remember them all. He cannot remember them all.
So it is the South's biggest, baddest hot rod, custom car, rod and rat show, swap meet, etc. Schedule. June, August 27th. Whoops.
Wheels Through Time is.
I'll put them on my list of things to watch out for sure.
Wheels Through Time is in Maggie Valley, yeah.
Yeah. If you
North Carolina.
If you're connected, yes. If you're connected to them on Facebook, send it to me so I can, because I see lots of flyers here. But if you're connected to them, send it to me so I can make sure I connect with them as well.
Australia is in the house. Dave Channel. Australia is in the house, he says.
All right.
POD is from the Netherlands.
Wow. All over the place here. We talked about Australia a little bit earlier. I don't know if you heard us.
We talked about New Zealand.
No, we talked about Australia.
Okay.
We talked about.
I wasn't listening.
We talked about the guy from New Zealand, but I brought him up because we were talking about Australia.
I wanted to go to Wheels Through Time.
It's awesome.
I haven't actually been. I've been to Maggie Valley, and he gets to go to the museum, and I'm stuck on babysitting detail. I never get to go. I haven't been there yet, but I heard it's great.
Yeah, if custody schedules suck. That's all I'm gonna say.
I got an ad. I got tacos.
More ads.
Is that Zaxby's? A taco? I don't know what that is.
So we've only been interrupted twice. That's not bad, right? How'd you forget?
Diane's in her 70s. Bitchin'.
Yep.
That's correct. She just lost her partner last year. Boo. Very sad. But it's pretty rad that she's in her 70s and
I think I've talked to you in the comments.
Who, Diane?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Tiger went to Wheels Through Time a couple years ago. He really liked it.
Yeah, I met the guys that run a TV show out of there. Because I'm involved in media. So, and Richard I met there as well. He was on last show.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's see. Gary says, I learned a lot about the biker world from my uncle that was a Hell's Angel, and then one was the founder of Diamond Dogs here in Ohio. I guess Gary's from Ohio. Hi, Gary. Jay said, I just messaged him on the phone. I will let you know the name of the Rumbles Bike Show shortly.
All right.
And then Dave says, small YouTuber, big 81 supporter.
Cool.
His name is Dave's Channel. What's up, Dave's Channel? Down under Dave.
Alrighty. Well, does anybody else have anything they want to talk about now or think I should talk about next time? For those of you that have watched the show for some time, I usually come up with these ideas and then conversation starters and then plan the show around that. I used to have these shows every week. I don't do that anymore because it takes a lot of time to do it. I started doing them because YouTube gave us the whole super thanks, super chat thing with 500 subscribers, so that's why I started doing them. We haven't seen a whole lot out of that, so I backed off because of how much effort it takes to do these shows. But I do like getting on here and talking to you guys. So I just have to have something to say first, right? Before I get... Now, Droop would just get on and shoot the shit. I don't shoot the shit.
Clayton just popped on. Hi, Clayton. He said, answer the title of your show. Are they going to Aurora? Why? You are tardy to the party, sir.
Tardy to the party. No, they're not. No, they didn't. No, they never were. Watch the replay. The whole thing was set in motion by a girl on TikTok who is now scared out of her mind and apologizing to the HAs for mentioning them at all. But no, did not happen.
Yes.
It was just a story that got everybody excited.
It's not even fake news. It's just an over-exuberant fangirl.
Well, it wasn't just her, though. Everybody wanted it to be true.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody just grabbed it. They just thought, oh, what a cool idea, and they wanted it to be true. That's it.
Yeah, everybody wanted it to be true because it would have been cool, but it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, Gary, you're right. Gary said that if the HAs were going, they're not going to put it on social media.
Gotcha, Clayton. No problem.
Word. Cool Thanks was at, Clayton was at work.
Yeah.
All right, you get a pass. Fine, go make that money. No problem. Boy, got some traction.
It definitely got a lot of traction. I posted, because I always post whenever we're going to do a live. I post a little promo of what we're going to talk about on all of our social media. Well, TikTok took this particular subject and lit on fire. The interesting thing about it, though, is that people were talking about it on TikTok and completely forgot the fact that it was talking about the fact that we were going to talk about it later, and they wanted to talk about it right then. So, very interesting how people, just want to jump in, and the fact that everybody kind of got involved is kind of exciting too, though, right? Because everybody wanted to talk about it, which says something, right? We did have a couple of lefties that wanted to complain, but yeah, for the most part, everybody was in support of the idea of it happening. It just wasn't going to happen, and if you know club life, it was never going to happen. Mm-hmm. At least not in that way. If it was going to happen, you would have found out about it afterwards, not before, when the FBI could come over and run them down with a helicopter.
I can't type. Rick said if they were going to do anything, by the time they posted a video or a post, it would have been already over.
Yeah, it would have been done.
And I said they would work under cover of night, not cover of news. Right.
And there's a lot of people that, this story broke on, I think I found out about Saturday morning or Sunday morning?
Sunday or Monday, actually.
So if they're on their way, they would have been there by Monday, no matter where they were coming from. Just about no matter where they're coming from. So the fact that people are still talking about it, it obviously did not happen.
Jay is asking a question you just answered, but do y'all do a live show every Thursday?
Not every Thursday. What we do is whenever I get asked about things enough, usually it's points of conversation for the community. Then I come on, usually at least once a month, and I will announce it on our social media and in our normal videos that we do. So you have to kind of be subscribed to be notified about what's going on, not only on the YouTubes, but at any of the other social media channels that we're on. Because it could be 2 weeks from now, it could be 3 weeks from now, it could be 5 weeks from now. It depends on whenever there's something noteworthy to say. But I do like to check in with people at least once a month if I can. Because I enjoy spending time with y'all.
Yeah, what was it? Johnny Riggin asked, no, who was it? Clayton wanted to know why there was such an increase in the percentage of HA 1%ers in that area. And it's because of 2 different bike rallies that are happening.
Yeah, they were. They have a presence there already, but yes, they were there for an event, which just happened to be she was unaware of that, and so people were going to the event, and people were like, "Oh, they're going to Aurora."
Egg says, there may be a bunch of guys in masks and civilian clothing that may or may not ride bikes showing up. You never know. Hey guys, while we got you here, if you want to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, that would be really awesome.
Like and subscribe!
Like and subscribe. We have to do that. Kiss the ring. The more that you like and subscribe to us, the more we're able to reach people and have these conversations and bring all of you guys together.
Yep.
So please do hit the bell, hit the like thing, make a comment when you like stuff.
And if ever you guys are having a 3 a.m. thought with yourself, a shower conversation, whatever you want to call them, where you're all of a sudden contemplating something that involves the community, shoot me a message. Let me know. I'd be more than happy to bring it up here with the community and talk about it. There's a lot of really good things that have kind of come out of those 3 a.m. ideas, if you will.
Gary says, I would love to see these gangs try to do this crap in Kentucky or West Virginia. They wouldn't have to worry about bikers coming to take over the problem.
Yeah. I mean, the people are talking about... Trump made a point to say that this was happening in more places than just Colorado. And I think I heard in the comments of, I think it was TikTok, people talking about other places like New York and basically any refugee city this type of stuff's happening in. But in any of them, we still don't have the HAs coming to take care of business. So...
Yeah, the HA's got bigger stuff to do. Or they don't. Either way, they don't want to get involved. Unless they have to.
Hey, okay, so everybody, Droop is sitting with his bare feet next to a fire barrel right now. He just posted this 25 seconds ago.
Naked feet.
For those of you that know Droop, let's embarrass him. Let him know we're talking about him.
Sexy ass feet.
I'm going to tell him.
Say Biker Barbie thinks you got some sexy ass feet.
Droop is good people. He's been a champion of our channel, and so we like to give him special love when we can. Not with the feet, just in general.
So POD says, keep up the good work. Greetings from Richard D.A. of the Netherlands. I've got to go to sleep. See y'all next time. Take care and be safe.
All right, brother. Thanks for checking us out. We're actually going to shut it down here. I appreciate you guys coming together and talking. And again, like I said, keep in touch with us. And if you have any good ideas for conversations, shoot us a message. Let us know. And we'll go from there. Somebody say something else?
Danielle says that she drove limo for the HAs. They are smart businessmen, not going to put themselves out there for the cops to get involved.
Interesting. Limo. Very interesting that is, for sure. Hello, guys.
We
are here. Sorry, that's automatic. Favorite barbecue place. That we talked about it.
Evil Rick says, I've hung out with Droop. I didn't recognize him with his shirt on.
That. Yeah.
Good night, Tiger.
All right, guys, we're going to call it a night here as well. If you haven't already, go ahead and in the chat, tell us where you're from so that we have an idea of where everybody is located at tonight. If you haven't told us already, please go ahead and do that. The chat will be live until I turn it off, even though the show is going to be over. And we appreciate you guys coming and checking out with us, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Good night.
Thanks.